Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into my YouTube channel. Today, I just want to do a quick video on fishing a specific bait that I feel like gets overlooked for the fall of the year. I feel like there's so many different ways to catch them in the fall. A lot of times those fish move shallow and they're feeding on bait fish, feeding on shad in creeks, pockets, and places like that around grass. Guys will fish exciting baits like buzz baits, whopper plopper type baits, top waters, frogs, spinner baits, bladed jigs, square bills. You get the deal. One bait that I feel like can get overlooked and is a bait that I feel like a lot of times gets more attention in the spring or in the summer months is a fluke type bait. Really something that gets looked at in the shad spawn, but in the fall, I feel like it can get overlooked by so many other lures that are a lot of fun to fish. Not that these aren't fun, but there's some different ones that are a lot of fun to fish, specifically as the water cools in the fall. And a fluke type bait, or this actually what I have here is a Yamamoto D Shad. What makes this bait unique is it has that same high salt content, that same formula like a Senko does. So it has a tendency to throw a lot better. And then when you kill it, it doesn't have like a forked tail. It has that little, it's actually got kind of a rudder on there, if you can see that. It's got a definitely got a different tail design to catch water and shimmy as it falls. And it does. That little tail likes to kick or just wag as it's going down to the bottom. I like to pair mine up with a weighted owner hook. The one that I like is this owner twist lock, and I use either a 5/0 or a 6/0. It's actually designed, it says here, designed by Gary Yamamoto. I feel like you could use it for a Senko, you could use it for a few different soft plastic baits, but I like to use it on that Yamamoto D Shad right here. And in the fall, I'm going with, obviously just keep it simple, more of your your shad type, minnow type patterns. A white or pearl is really good. And then this one here that I have is smoke shad. This is actually one of my favorite ones over the years, that smoke shad like that with the metal flake in it. Man, I just feel like it just draws fish to it. And then the other thing that makes this a great color combination is also just that counter shading that's very natural in bait fish. That counter shading meaning it's dark on top, like all your bait fish, everything that swims in the water, dark on top, light on the bottom, kind of a pearlish or whitish belly, like all your bait fish or anything that really swims in the water column. So those are things that I like. Those are the colors that I like to throw, either that pearl or that smoke shad. But I'm sure there's other ones, like there's also like a alewife pattern, which is the blueback. I like that one as well. And then I also like an Arkansas shiner, has that kind of a bronzish or greenish bronzish back. Those are some colors that I feel like work really well kind of all year, but specifically in the fall. And then when I rig it with this hook, it just adds a little bit more weight, and it just makes this tail a little bit more aggressive in the way that it works and the action that it has, but also it makes this bait even dive or dart even more fast, in my opinion. I feel like it just elevates the action inherent in the bait, kind of throws a little gas on it, so to speak. So I like that. Makes it easier to throw. And then if there's wind, it also helps it get to the bottom a little bit better. So a lot of times that your wind will catch your line and drag the bait. And by having it further back, like some people will want to put a weight out in front, by having it further back on the shank of the hook, it actually helps it to kind of fall vertically as opposed to nose down. And sometimes that vertical action is or that vertical drop like that, where the bait is actually staying kind of nose up or parallel to the bottom as opposed to nose diving, that can actually be something that really draws strikes, in my opinion. Looks real natural. I'm not saying it won't nosedive just a little bit, but generally with this weight here, it's going to have that action kind of going like this. So a lot of times even the weight of the line is going to end up bringing the nose of the bait down a little bit more, but as a whole, this weight kind of evens it out for you. So it's just a great bait for any time you're on the water. I mean, really, honestly, it's great all year long, but it's a bait that I feel like gets overlooked. So make sure you're throwing a soft jerk bait, some sort of a shad pattern. And if you haven't already tried that owner twist lock for your soft jerk baits, give that a shot. It's got that, you know, that screw lock right there. So you drive that into the front of the bait, and then obviously they have a kind of a split tail belly there, run the hook up there, and then just barely penetrate the hook on the top like that. It's ready to go. I like to fish it on a, you know, a 7.2 medium heavy rod with anywhere from probably 14 pound test. If I'm around real heavy cover, I'll go maybe with 16, but maybe 12 at the lightest. 14 is probably the best. I've got it on Phoenix rod with a Bass Pro Shops Johnny Morris Signature Series reel. I think it's like a 8:3 to 1 gear ratio. Yep, 8:3 to 1 gear ratio reel. And that way I can move it fast, and then I can kill it and fish it slow if I want to do that. So just a quick video. I feel like a lot of people overlook this bait in the fall, and it's just a great way to catch them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, good fishing.